Welcome to Raconteur. Warning, there will be spoilers in this video. Today I will be talking about Munich the Edge of War. Is it factual or fiction? Munich the Edge of War is a 2021 historical drama directed by Christian Schwarzau and is based on the thrilling novel Munich by Robert Harris. The movie takes place in 1938, a year before World War II begins, and features a cast that includes George Mackay, Janice Neuner, Jeremy Irons, and many more. In this gripping film, we see the story of two old friends from supposedly opposing sides of the conflict come together in the hopes of achieving peace during the Munich Conference. An unanswered question reverberated throughout the intense film. Is the story of the British Prime Minister's secretary Hugh Legat and his friend German diplomat Paul von Hartmann true? The answer is a strong no. The story of Legat and Hartmann is fictional, however. Although the story is fictional, historical events are subtly weaved into the script, and I will attempt to decipher what is true and what is not in this video. To begin, the story takes place on the edge of war. As the film's title suggests, the plot focuses mostly on the 1938 Munich Peace Conference, in which Britain, France, Italy, and Germany came to an accord in the hopes of averting a war. The Munich Peace Conference meant that Germany would be able to take Sudeten-Lin from Czechoslovakia to under their control. Notably, filming took place in the exact same building where the conference had taken place in real life, really bringing history to life. Now, a key moment in history to address is the Pseudoten-Lin Crisis that is mentioned in the film. Sudeten-Lin is a part of Czechoslovakia, a country that was formed after the Treaty of Versailles. Although it is mainly made up of Czech Crown areas, Sudeten-Lin was occupied by German speakers, and for such reasons, this area was constantly fought over. Konrad Henlein, the leader of the Sudeten German Party, was keen to remove Sudeten-Lin away from Czechoslovakia, and in 1938 he had threatened the nation to move the land to Germany's power. As a result of the prospect of violence, the British and French quickly advised Czechoslovakia to declare the Sudeten-Lin independent, which even the Czech government agreed to. However, Hitler's propaganda at this time began to portray Czechoslovakia as an enemy of the German settlers in the Sudeten-Lin. Hitler had in fact described Czechoslovakia to Chamberlain as a fraudulent state that needed to be broken up. Hitler demanded the submission of the Sudeten-Lin or Germany would invade. And on September 26, Hitler proclaimed in Berlin that the Sudeten-Lin would be his final claim in European territory. Sudeten-Lin was transferred to Germany as a result of this agreement. Important to note that the Czech government was not invited to the conference, and consequently it is known in the East as the Munich Betrayal. When trying to derive history from fiction, the Munich Conference was very much a real-life event that saw the Neville Chamberlain lead Britain to sign the agreement with Hitler on the 30th of September 1938. Many historians and critics have accused Chamberlain of failing to adequately prepare Britain for the Second World War, as World War II broke out less than a year later. The agreement had already come to an end, and Chamberlain had resigned as Prime Minister 8 months after. Now all of this did happen, so where does fiction come in? Well, despite the fact that Legat and Hartmann are the two main protagonists, their story is fictionalized. Legat and Hartmann weren't traveling to meet and handle a top-secret document that had the potential to change the course of Europe and overthrow Hitler. But it doesn't mean that the characters are all fiction. Paul von Hartmann was a character that was inspired by the real-life anti-Nazi diplomat Adam von Trotz-Usals. He, like Paul, had wanted to eradicate Hitler's power from within and was notably a part of the assassination attempt of Hitler in July 1944. Unfortunately, this attempt had also led to his execution. At the end of the film, there was a focus on whether or not Chamberlain had given Britain extra time to prepare for the upcoming war. Perhaps Chamberlain was aware of Hitler's objectives and realized that any discussions of peace would not be forever. As The Edge of War suggests, the movie proposes a benefit of the doubt in contrast to the usual criticism the late Prime Minister faces. Historians believe that Chamberlain failed to stop Nazi Germany when they had the chance. But this film portrays the narrative that Britain didn't have a choice at this moment in history. The countries were still recovering from World War I, and they were not nearly ready enough to prepare for war. There are multiple moments in which we see the British civilians ask Chamberlain to seek peace and avoid going into war. There was very much a sense of pain still remaining in the country, and even Chamberlain is seen suffering from the past. A significant scene in which Chamberlain's desperation for peace is highlighted when he suggests he would sacrifice his life if that meant Britain would not enter another war. Once watching Munich the Edge of War and learning the history of the events, it is clear an ample amount of research and effort has gone into the production of this film. In fact, cast members had revealed a website was made by the production team. This website provided information about the movie sets, mood boards, and even provided historical context on the characters. This would have certainly helped the factual aspect of the film be strengthened, although the beating heart of the narrative focuses on two fictional characters. We know their stories are derived from real-life heroes who had fought to try and stop Hitler. For these reasons, this movie is one to certainly respect. Make sure to watch this movie on Netflix if you haven't already. Thank you for watching this video, and please make sure to subscribe to this channel.